Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Manassas campaign for you. Our first round is going to be Valley. This is the 5th event in a row that I've seen the Schoolhouse Ridge map. My goodness, it's a beautiful thing. But anyways, we got Valley for you in Conquest, and then switching over to our second round here, we're going to have the Crossroads on Skirmish. Before we get into this, thank you to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like to support, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. So our regiments for today, on the CSA side, you have the Missouri State Guard, Mississippi Brigade, Colquitt's Brigade, Celsius Brigade, 2 Corps, and the Jackson's Division. On the USA side, you got 8th Ohio, Pennsylvania Army, 12th Virginia, 10th United States, 10th Tennessee, Iron Brigade, and the 5th New Hampshire. Two things to note: Mississippi Brigade bounced over to the Union to help out with that. Appreciate that. Well, also it is the Memorial Day weekend, so there's not as many people on, which is why we'll have a smaller fight. That's not necessarily a bad thing though. Server pop 4 today. It's currently 220. In balance is 4 towards the Union side. Artillery-wise, CSA is 11. Union has 3. So our infantry in balance is 12 in favor of the Union side. Frontline reporters for today. On our Union side, you have seasoning from the 12th Virginia, and then on the CSA side, you have Zoo from the 5th Florida, or the banners. Appreciate these guys so we can see what's going on the ground while also seeing what is going on in the sky. So the cool part about this event is that they have a not exactly the same loss in tickets rate as you see with a normal Conquest event. They have moved it down to 60%. So when you have a flag advantage, your opponent is not being killed as badly, which makes the points not as important. And since they're not as important, you can focus on the actual fighting in the game, which makes things interesting. So Conquest, you got 3 points of contention. You got the A point, you have the B point, and then you have the C point. Each side is fighting for those flagpoles, and if you capture a majority, you start dealing a ticket drain on your opponent. Now, the CSA side has captured the B point, so they're dealing 1 flagpole's worth of damage on the Union. They're about to capture a second point here in a second. They're going to be up 2-0, so they're going to be dealing 2 flagpole's worth of damage on the Union side. Now, if Union captures a point, and let's say Union captures the C point, which they might not be able to, the flags cancel out. So if each side has 1, they cancel each other out and nobody loses tickets for it. If someone's up 2-1, the team up 2-1 is only dealing 1 flagpole's worth of damage to their opponent. But you got CQB going over here to the C point. 5th New Hampshire is here to stop it, but they don't have a flag. So this Union effort over here, they've got to get to these points. It looks like they're taking some time going to the A point, but they're dive bombing the B point. CSA have such a superior position though, because they're very spread out on that snake fence. They're going to be shooting to a Union team that's very blobbed up on really the only defensible position on the approach here, which is the snake fence. If the CSA captures all 3 points, what will happen is they'll force a counterattack. They'll deal 3 flagpoles worth of damage, and on top of that, the Union will have 3 minutes to capture a point or neutralize 2 points to end the counterattack. But you get 3 minutes. That's not a lot of time. But CSA already kind of overshoot. I mean, they are hitting some shots, don't get me wrong, but they are preventing the decap. Or they aren't preventing the decap, which, I mean, it takes 30 seconds to raise or lower a flag. They're over there, but I assume Union's going to get this decap before CQB can fully raise it. And they will. Regardless, though, I mean, Union's almost down a 4th of a morale stage, and we've barely seen any action on this side. CSC got 1st Delaware, got Jackson's Division, 5th North Carolina. See some of them here in the center. Meanwhile, towards this A point, this is what you expect with Conquest: chaos. You got the banners, and then you got, it's really just Sussex Brigade over here. I saw 1/5 NC guy, but you got 10th US. They're charging in, not going for the point, which is a little surprising, you could argue. Looks like you got more CSA. Just the banners doing a little end around here. The thing is, even if the flags aren't dealing a total ticket loss on you, right? Like the total 100% ticket loss that you normally see, even though it's only 60%, right? The flags are going to lose the most amount of tickets for your team. Charging, independent firing, taking volleys of your opponent, they're going to deal a ticket loss, but those flags lost are going to deal more damage to you consistently than anything else. So flags need to be of most important in this game mode. So Union's got the B point. They're still losing. They might decap the A point here.
Flag, peel off southwest now.
Doc's going to get it. So no one's losing tickets now, but, I mean, Union's already down half morale stage. And it's looking like CSA is at least going to take this A point back.
I got you. Yankee scum.
So they'll get that back. Meanwhile, towards our center here, Union almost looks like they outnumber the CSA, and they're starting to push towards the road here. So Union's going to win the B point, something you don't see that often. However, CSA controls the outer points, and that's, I mean, Union's still losing tickets at this point. Sure, they're starting to make things a little more competitive, but they're still losing.
Stay away from me. You got the herpes. Defend him. Defend our captain.
Normally how you want to play Conquest is you send all your guys towards the middle point, keep a small force at your save point, and then send a small group to try and decap your opponent's save point. The issue is this map doesn't really have that, right? You could say the B point is the center point, but the C point and the A point, I mean, CSA is slightly closer to the A point than Union. Why is there a down flag all the way over there? Good job on the Union player who ran that out. When someone loses a flag in bounds, a 5-minute despawn timer. But when the flag is dropped out of bounds, it's a 20-second despawn timer instead. So your team can get that flag back right away. But CQB and the 2 core guys are holding down that C point pretty good. And again, Union's got to make a decision, right? They got to go for A or C at this point. A's 100% closer. However, it looks like there might be splitting up here. 12th VA's heading down towards that C point. Iron Brigade and Mississippi Brigade, it looks like, are holding back on this point. Meanwhile, 10th Tennessee maybe trying to take a look at the A point. The thing for Union, though, is I don't think they should be trying to go for all 3 points at this point. There's plenty of time left on the clock. If you get a flagpole lead, you can catch back up, even though it's a 2/3 morale stage difference. But they should not try to spread out too much. You don't want to get defeated in detail by the CSA, or just outright CSA just runs around you and gets the point, like the B point. So, got banners going for Union artillery here. So we'll get a couple kills and then probably loop around to back to that B point. Meanwhile, you got Union main spawns with the flag moving up. 10th US in the little V formation here. And here we go. So Bando's kind of backing off there. A couple good 10th US shots, also outnumbering there. CSA main spawns look to be moving over to the C point. A point, though, is kind of getting open. I mean, Banners is kind of getting caught off guard, and this Union team might be able to collapse and get this A point back, which they kind of need at this point. Union's almost an engaged. Tennessee's going to start putting a little pressure on.
Get over here.
Nice shot, Uncle Ted. You got a kill. Meanwhile, you got Union collapsing in from the Arty. CSA's got to put pressure on this B point, or else Union's going to take it back. Meanwhile, CSA Arty's being charged now. However, they got reinforcements rolling up here. And here comes some more charging. And CSA will be able to hold that. Union now down to engaged. And Banners is being collapsed in on both sides. This is Conquest. Non-stop action. Flags are going to be the most important thing. Again, Bando's got to protect theirs at this point as they're being overrun.
Get him off me! Go home, GI! Go home, GI! Go home, GI! I'm down.
So, good little maneuvers from Union here. Oh my goodness, wait, Banders might actually hold this. It didn't look like they were, but I guess they were. The other flag's going to run out of here. 10th Tennessee, send some guys over to the 8-point. Not a bad idea there. Union will prevail on this side. And maybe the fortunes have changed a little bit here for the Union side. CSA, though, I'm intrigued to see where they go from the battery. Up top. Towards center, though, you got CQB going to get a nice flank on 12th VA. They don't see him. Nice shot on the flag. And 12th VA still doesn't realize. Now they do. That man just jumped in front of his officer to save him. Really good shots from these CQB guys. But they're a little outnumbered. No shot that Sussy flag made it out that far. That's crazy. So, CSA's got a decap at B. Good job by the 6LA guys. Jubilee and Archer there. That's a good decap because, I mean, CSA's still dealing a ticket loss. And if 10th Tennessee captures the 8-point, which they should, Union won't be dealing a ticket loss on the CSA. So, good move from them there. I mean, that's why you always want small groups trying to go out and seeing if they have an angle to decap a point. Because if you can decap an opponent's point, it's huge. The biggest thing that it can potentially do is cause a team to overreact. Now, this event, they don't have Steam Chat. The only way they can communicate is by talking with each other in-game or by using the in-game text chat system as shown on the bottom left. They can use either or in this event. It's probably one of the only events that does that, but it's interesting. But the thing is that if a supposed safe point gets decapped by 3 dudes, an officer might be thinking, well, I need to get that point, bring my flag there because I don't know if my friendlies are going to go. And then you get multiple people thinking the same thing. Then an overreaction starts to happen. And it's just domino effect. So, CSA making a pretty strung out push. JD going at it. They brought 2 flags over here. 10th Tennessee trying to aggressively defend. Union get that B point back, so now they're starting to deal a ticket loss on the CSA.
You're not raising this flag!
Oh, sorry, bro. Sorry, brother. Sorry.
Oh, shit!
Red!
There's more.
Hold left back! Open fire. Put him down.
Watch the friendlies. Watch the friendlies.
Get him, man. Don't let him get you. Not let a single motherfucker touch this flagpole, boys. That is my one rule.
Get up here, hold your ground!
Here they
Kill
come.
them.
Hold your ground!
Kill them all.
Keep this flag down! Keep this flag down!
Negative mercy.
Ah, nice.
So Union's going to strongly hold that. CSA might... I don't get why CSA is putting so much pressure on this A point. I would have thought they would have gone to the B point because most of them were closer to that. Banners is repositioning over to this side. You can understand that. 2 CSA flags now down over on this point. And now you got Union pressuring the safe CSA point at C with the flag as well. So, you know, maybe we thought CSA was going to get that counterattack, capturing all 3 points. But maybe Union could pull it off here. 12th VA's down here alongside PA and the 5th New Hampshire. And they're getting a little flank. And Union should take this point. CSA's down. If they lose a flag over here, they're down 3 flags. Union's going to get a counterattack in here. And, I mean... CSA trying to go for the A point right now is really kind of screwing them over here. And they're not going together, too. That's the other part of it. Union's much more congealed at this point. And if Union pulls off a win, especially with a counterattack on this map, that's very impressive because in the past, this map has historically won by the CSA side. I guess that's Union right now. It's also weird because the normal Schoolhouse Ridge map, Union spawns up there and CSA spawns over there, but they flipped it for this for some reason, maybe to make it different per se. But anyways, 1 CSA guy left on point. 12th VA's got to go in here. Oh my goodness. Do they not see? Oh, they're starting to move. There they go. It's like, I mean, every second that kind of goes by here, it's giving CSA a chance to get the A or B point back, which it looks like they're starting to get to the B point. It's like Banner's backtracked, which is the smart thing to do. CSA, though, that lost their flags, they're trying to go back and get them.
Someone go lower that flag.
Danger close, danger.
Give me that flag.
Flag.
Point, fuck you.
Flag. What are you doing? Until you get, come on.
Bring the flag down. Bring the flag.
So, CSA is going to get the B point back, although there might be a counterattack for a... no, there won't be. They're going to get this decap before that happens.
Protect ye.
So, Union... I mean, Union's got the flanks. I mean, again, you just need to have 2 of the flagpoles and you're in a fine spot. So, Union's just having a fun time up here against the CSA, who's very strung out trying to get these flags. So 12th VA gets that C point. However, CSA is going to get the B point. We'll see what CSA wants to do at this point. Again, CSA, I think, should try to... I mean, based on what we see, right, the C point would probably make the most sense, but... I don't know. I don't know what CS is going to do. Either option is there, and there's good enough reasons to go there, to either point. But, I mean, CSA's got 2 of their flags. Well, one of them's up over there. They're trying to get the second one. Banners might head that way, but then you have the CSA group going over here. It looks like they maybe got this flag back, which is good to see. For them, anyways.
Gonna get that bottom mile.
Our 12th VA has got a very adequate force here on this C point here. But now it's in CSA's court. They got to make a move. They can't. They got to defend the B point. You get why they're there, but they got to move to that A point here. I mean, it almost feels like Union kind of outnumbers CSA, and I mean, it's a 7-man infantry in balance, so I mean, nothing too crazy there. It looks like Union's actually trying to make a push for the B point, which, again, at this point they don't really need to, but obviously it would probably be nice to do that. It looks like CSA is trying to put some pressure on the A point, but they're not going to do that. They get their flags out or despawned, either or. MB 10th Tennessee is pushing down this way.
The artillery will dial in. You need to keep moving, boys.
Keep moving forward. Rambo behind us. Rambo behind us.
Uh-oh.
I know, Rambo, you like.
Oh shit! You are. Rise up. It's Zapstar.
This is F-Star. Good hold there from 3 regiments over there. PA, 5th New Hampshire, and 12th VA. It's a good hold there.
They're coming down. Next to the road.
They're coming up the fence. Be careful, guys. They're trifling.
They are indeed trifling.
Slowly but surely, fucking kill them.
So, I'm intrigued. I assume... Oh my god, this might be a beautiful flank there. I mean, Union's kind of getting shot down here slowly. A lot of CSA firepowering on them. They're just simply outnumbered. And MSG here and JD are starting to push down. And this could be a huge flank for CSA, trying to get Union flags down. That could get them back into the fight. However, you got reinforcements shifting down as fast as they can. 10th U.S.
That's that enemy flag, blue. Peaks and valleys, left oblique, northeast. Peaks and valleys, left oblique, northeast.
Did I get him?
No idea.
Let me out.
Tragic. Take a chance on me!
So, I mean, this is a start for CSA. again, the nice part for CSA is they kind of had that lead early on, so they've had some time to at least be able to reform. They're fine losing tickets, but Union's about to take a lead in a second or so. I wouldn't be surprised if CSA first hit taking losses.
How about a nice cup of liberty?
It's like Tennessee pulling their flag back. You just saw it on the left side of your screen
I
there.
fell back, but I want a taste. Come on, give it to me, Daddy. Give me
Nice
the
shot,
taste.
Union Artie. But again, CSA, they've got to make a move somewhere. Time is of the essence.
Going back to our old home, Mississippi.
Fan out in the field, boys. Don't make it easy for them.
Look at that. They dropped down first. CSA starting to make some moves on A. 5th NC, first tries to move up. What are they looking at? Do they not realize Union's right there? I don't think they realized.
Ah, he dropped. Oh, the shit of the creek.
Nice shot. Metal. Alright, Union's starting to get a little pincer, a lot more organized going for that point. Again, Union's smart to keep it a couple guys back there. CSA needs to send a couple guys, which that group up there might be going. They got a flag, though. I don't know. Meanwhile, towards the C point, you got CQB and 2 core guys heading this way.
Well, shit. They're on our right.
Although Union here definitely outnumbers the CSA, so I don't know how much is going to change in terms of the tide there. It's like CSA's got to send more guys to that C point to help. Union hits taking losses as well.
Alright, hey, don't chase. Let's go, guys. Let's go back. Let's go back. Back. Reform, gentlemen. Pull back and reform. Let's go.
Sir, Zep stop.
Let's go.
Enemy fell back, sir.
Yeah, boys.
We're going to star, frequency to star.
So it looks like some of them backing off. Maybe CSA is going to try to reinforce C now. Because again, it's like, you can't go for too long. Flag's the most important thing. I mean, CSA is putting pressure, but I don't know if they have the manpower to actually overtake it. They need some help. So, I mean, sure, CSA doesn't want to be outnumbered on that B point, but at the same time, you're losing right now. You got to do something, which it looks like you got more reinforcements moving down from Maine. MSG's heading this way, so that's good. It's definitely enough to outnumber the Union over here. CSA has 2 flags as well, so they might be able to overtake it with MSG's reinforcements.
Keep firing, CQB.
Maintain fire.
Cut the grass.
There he is, sir.
So, let's see. It looks like more starting to head down this way. 5th NC making moves towards the C point. And Union, seeing CSA starting to back off and head that way, are going to make a move forward. 10th Tennessee. I mean, good response here from 10th Tennessee. It's going to be a question of, is their friendlies going to assist them, right? A lot of what happens in War of Rights is numbers-based and how well you work together as a team, right? I mean, 10th Tennessee can go up here, great, but their numbers are actually kind of even over there. But the thing is that if these guys get wiped, then what was the point of it? Looks like they're going to try for a decap. I don't like that 10th U.S. is sitting back here. They need to assist 10th Tennessee up here.
You know the drill.
Shit. Help me, help me.
So a couple Union here trying to hold the line. And I mean, they're going to be able to get a decap. Union from main spawn, gunning it, seeing the window as well. That's exactly how you should respond to things when you see that your friendlies are getting engaged and immediately got to get in there. 10th U.S. is starting to move down, although they're moving way too slow. It's giving CSA a window here to actually hold this point. So CSA looks like they do finally get that C point. And I mean, here's the thing, right? You got a good chunk of CSA left. I mean, I'm glad 10th US is here, but my goodness, it's late. We'll see if they hold this, but I don't know. CSA's got 2 flags here every 5 seconds. They're out spawning these Union guys here, so they got to move in and get those flags.
Bad fucking. Oh, how did you miss that?
A good target there from these guys, although they're just... Well, CSA have C. And it maybe looks like Union has a flag down, I don't know. But 10th US does get 2 of the CSA flags down. One of them's picked up. Zoo is gunning it. So CSA is going to get those 2 flags back. However, it looks like they are going to get this B point here in the end. And, I mean, overall, good response from Union. Overall, seeing CSA left to go get the C point, and then they immediately pushed for the B point. It was a perfect response. It wasn't all together, but they got it in the end, and they haven't lost their flags yet. Nice shot, CSA, Artie. CSA already keeps putting shots up like that. My goodness, it's going to make it difficult for Union to decap or captain point. And I mean, even some of these JD guys that are rolling in are getting some nice kills as well. So, Union's got 1 flag down at C right now. They got the decap at B. You got a lot of Union main spawns rolling in, and they're going to be able to hold this. Why are you counter-battering?
Bananas! Down further north! That was a terrible place for you. Ready?
You guys ready to charge? You guys ready to charge?
Man up. Can't start, we're outnumbered. They outnumber us.
So, Union is going to overwhelm this very, very quickly. And I mean, as CSA played the right move, Union responded accordingly. Now CSA's got to move in again and do something. I mean, the issue is they haven't sent anybody as of late to try to back cap the A point. And it's making things way easier for Union because Union doesn't have a whole lot defending that point.
Broken arrow, boys. Broken arrow. Artillery's going to be hammering the fuck out of this spot. Broken arrow. Hostile infantry is also northwest. Engage at will.
Union's got at this rate. Union's looking to pull off an impressive win. Hello, Artie. Artie's going crazy here.
We're all right. We've been through worse. Get those colors. Get the flag. They're pressing. Bail. Come on, wipe this. Come on, you cunts. Come on, do it. Help's on the way. Northwest or southwest. There they are. Colors run. Now. I need infantry.
You're the man. Union is going to take this position over, and they got to get the flags out. When you're retreating with the flag, don't stop. You do have CSA starting to gun it to the point, though. How much is it going to help, though? Looks like both those CSA flags are down, at least for the moment. Union's starting to overwhelm, and I mean, 5th NC is going to get a decap, some 2-core guys running up behind, but the problem is Union has their flags up, and CSA is struggling to keep these flags up over here. CSA drops into braking as well. So Union's going to get this B point back despite the decap. CSA did not. Looks like they got those flags out, so good for them. However, this situation does not look great for yeah, CSA. They don't have a lot of time left before. I mean, they got a few minutes of being down a flag before it gets too dicey. Or at least before the point of no return happens. So CSA reforming relatively quickly, going to the center here. You do have, see, this is, I mean, this is a thing. A lot of, not that this is necessarily the reason why Union's winning, but I mean, look at this, right? You got MSG holding the C point, right? You only have 4, 5 guys here from 5th New Hampshire, and I mean, they're keeping double the CSA force over here. Sure, it's a tiny amount, but every number matters in these big charges and stuff like that. So, I mean, what? When you consider that there's a 5-man difference there, the 7 that we have already, 4 here, right? It's 11. I mean, a 15-man infantry imbalance, roughly where the action counts in favor of Union. So, I mean, all the little stuff, they can add up quickly. It's just like dying out of line as a Rambo in this game. It's like, sure, it's one individual death. On its own, it's not a bad thing. Or you could argue, it's not a great thing. Yeah, it's not necessarily a good thing. Unless you get a ticket positive, but Ramboing on his own is not the worst thing in the world. But when you have a bunch of people on their own rambling with that same thought in mind, it can add up to a big mess that really impacts your tickets. So, CSA's got to cap a point within the next minute or two, or it's going to be over for them. They're down half morale stage. They're trying to organize up, they are. Now they're slowly starting to push forward. So CSA obviously going through the snake fence here. Union's kind of spread out in 2 prongs. Both prongs need to collapse in. Like you got on the left side, 10th Tennessee, MB, they're going in. I like it a lot, but you have the Union over here sitting back and shooting. It's like there's a difference of plans going on here, and it's not working. I mean, you do have some, looks like Union pushing up here. 8th Ohio, a couple 10th US guys as well. It's good to see from them, but you don't want CSA to defeat you in detail. Collapsing in on both flanks is a good idea from Union here, but when you go in independently, it ain't going to help. Now you got them moving up again. This looks like the majority of 10th US and 12th VA now pushing up. Giving CSA a window to take them on and defeat them. I don't know if it's comebackable for CSA at this point. They're down 3/4 of morale stage. They're very close to last stand. They got to cap all 3 points if they even want a chance at this. I mean, 10th US and 12th VA, they just need a delaying action at this point. They don't necessarily need to win. Obviously, they would want to win, but...
Good trade, dickhead.
How are you?
A lot of yanks on that.
But they will, in the end, hold. And any second now, CSA side is going to drop into last stand. I mean, oh my goodness. There's 3 dudes over here. And they could be going for this flag here and decapping. I know at this point it doesn't matter, but if it was earlier in the match, maybe it could have. So, CSA hits last stand. If they die, they don't come back. If they were dead, they automatically spawned in. But I will say, though, this is, despite seeing this map 5 times in a row, the Schoolhouse Ridge. I've seen Schoolhouse Ridge 3 times. I've seen Valley, this map, twice, which is the same map. Schoolhouse Ridge skirmish area is what we're looking at here. The point of contention is in the center of this road. It's like Groundhog Day over and over and over again. My goodness. At least the European event that I watch tomorrow isn't doing this map or Schoolhouse Ridge. So it's a little exciting to watch a different map per se. There's 50-some maps in this game. Not all of them are great or balanced by any means, which need to happen. Something's got to happen. We haven't had a huge content update in a long time that at least has mattered. The accuracy update was very tiny, all things considered, right? We got scopes, great. Not some new wallpaper, I think, great. The accuracy update 2 months ago was a huge deal because of the impact on the meta, per se, which it turns out it hasn't really impacted things a whole lot. But increased accuracy by a lot is kind of a huge deal. 60% accuracy increase, that's huge. But when you think about it, that's not that huge of a change. Holy arty shots! That was beautiful. Meanwhile, rest of CSA is going to go in. What? And then for December, we got the drill camp maps, which I guess it's new content in a sense, but by now it kind of feels old. And no one really even plays the drill camp maps. They're not greatly designed. Union's holding. CSA can't get respawns. Union can. This map's going to be over in a second. And then what? We got the zombies update last October, which we had that for 2 weeks. And during those 2 weeks, they kept updating it the whole time and just balancing the mode, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, when was the last time this game got a serious content update outside of Conquest and Contention? I mean, that was, what, 2023? Well, let me look this up. I mean, if you just look at the Steam charts for this game, there's been a couple of recent sales. They have not helped the game at all. I mean, there's a slight bump, but the player count drops. Like, the peaks right now I saw were almost back to 2023 numbers, which is a little concerning. All right, let's see here. So, got scopes 2 months ago. December was the drill camp skirmish, which I'll appreciate. October, you had the zombies mode, which is out for 2 weeks. Middle of last year, so a year ago, June 2024, we got 350 players, which I don't know if you could argue that's new content stuff. Let's see, March 2024, networking overhaul, like fixing the voice chat. Then the first zombie event in October. It's like there's no new content really. Like, there's a bunch of tiny things, but the hugest thing we've gotten in the past 2 years has been the drill camp maps. Outside of that, it's nothing. I don't know. I could make a whole video about that stuff. Maybe I'll do that if I have like an off week or not record. But anyways, really good first round from Union. They had a rough start, but they responded near perfectly. Every move CSA did, which was appropriate, Union just perfectly responded. CSA had a rough time. Really good job from Union. We'll see you all shortly for round number 2. And here we are with our second round of Crossroads. Have not seen this since the 500-player drop, which happened during the recent update. They got it up to 500 players. It was a beautiful thing, and then they took the 500-player server away. 500 players, 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 Don't ask me why, because I don't know. But anyways, server pop right now is 219. 350 is the total pop. The inbalance is 5 towards the Union side. Artillery-wise, Union has 1. CSA has 1 as well, but it looks like they're just taking that for the officers. So our infantry imbalance is 5 as you see it. So, with that being said, again, I've only seen this map a handful of times. You got the point of contention here. I think it's a neat looking map just because CSA have this pond to defend in. And you can see them holding back there. It's a very nice deflated position. You also got a lot of CSA holding this right side. And, I mean, that's a lot of woods. It's a nice defensible position. If we just zoom down there and look at that. I mean, it's just kind of impossible to see what's going on in there. You don't know how many forces there are. I mean, a few times I have seen this map. This is where they generally go. Now, Union, on the other hand, they got all these buildings that they can use, just kind of hide behind a cover. You got barn and whatnot. You do have this open right side, which you'll see Union go down a couple of times, and they can really flank around the CSA side and get over here. Thing is, CSA main spawn is right here behind the Arty for CSA, which is here. And I mean, I'm pretty sure Union can get here. I would be surprised if Union couldn't charge out CSA Arty here. But anyways, Union has a couple different directions to go at this. We don't necessarily know the ticket advantage, but the weaponry on this map, Union has the 1st Minnesota with the option of the Springfield 55 and the Springfield 61, and they have the 1st Rhode Island with the option of the Lorenz and the Springfield 61. Whereas the CSA side, they have the 8th Florida with the option of the Springfield 55, the Enfield 53, and the Springfield 42. And then 3rd Arkansas for CSA, they got the Enfield and Springfield 42. So CSA's got buck and ball there for their entire team. Union, on the other hand, does not have buck and ball. But we don't know the ticket advantage. I don't really remember who wins this map more often. I think I've seen Union consistently win it more, so ticket imbalance must be a little more than that. But thing is that with that buck and ball, CSA can kind of throw themselves around at the Union and at least make things competitive. But again, it's all going to come down to the tickets on this map. So, Union, they've got 12th VA pushing up the center here, going on the far right side, kind of collapsing in on the flank. You got 10th Tennessee and MB. And then going to this Union center left, you got the Iron Brigade and 2nd Wisconsin, the Cow Brigade, and then on the far left, you got the 8th Ohio and the 10th U.S. CSA defense, on the other hand, you got the Banners, really just Sussy Brigade holding down this far right side with JD holding down their left. A couple guys holding further forward too, and then a little stone stair wall thing. You got 2 core CQB center side with more CQB holding down the left, MSG holding down the far left side. So we'll see what Union wants to do there. I really wonder, I'm guessing CSA is trying to bait Union in to where they can use their buck and ball to their advantage. That would be my guess anyways, but
Up and over. Up and over, boys. Up and over.
we'll see how Union wants to take this. Regardless, they got to do it together. Now, in terms of out of bounds, again, it's... Oh, is it out of bounds before the snake? It's out of bounds before the snake fence. So, I mean, Union could run out of bounds if they want to try to get in the corner and get in the flank of the CSA. But, wow. What are these boundaries? Anyways, looks like you got some Union aggression at center. Iron Brigade. Again, if Union does anything, they got to push up together, especially when you're going against buck and ball. I mean, even without buck and ball, you don't want to be defeated in detail here. But Iron Brigade, JD kind of pushes off because of them. And Iron Brigade's going to enjoy the little barn here. So Union's putting a lot of pressure on this side. They're not fully pushing it. They're not trying to go through the point here, which is right here. Which I'm guessing that's why they're back there. Don't exactly know per se. FCSA moving out a little bit here. A couple of guys. A couple of MSG guys.
Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here.
Good job, Disco. made up for the missed first shot, but you know what happens.
Welcome back from death.
You see the right of that outhouse to the right of it? There's like 4 dudes across it.
But at least for now, Union seems content with the shootout. I mean, CSA's starting to lose tickets. It's been a few minutes since the shootout at least, which we won't really know how effective this will be until we've seen a couple more minutes pass. But can you blame Union, though, for not wanting to charge in right away? Dang, that guy ragdolled. I remember it a couple of years ago where you could roll up a caisson. You would be rolling a caisson, right? And someone ran into the caisson, they would shoot him across the map. Those ragdolls, I mean, that's an extreme case, but there are a lot of ragdolls that were crazy and they took them away.
Head to the right side.
And just as kind of a mental note here, 36.5 minutes. CSA is about a fourth of the way through Battle Ready. I mean, we'll see how long it takes for them to get another fourth of the way through Battle Ready, but
If you know you can't see it, just hammer into the fucking woods.
Only 2 on the flags.
so Union's actually pushing up a little more on this right side. 12th VA going in. They are capping point, which maybe Union doesn't necessarily want to do that, but I mean, if they're not satisfied with the ticket rate that they're dealing with the CSA, an early cap wouldn't be a bad idea. It would force the CSA out of these nice, strong positions and into a lot of melee, which, as of right now, Union, I mean, they have a ticket lead, and as long as Union kind of kept that ticket lead throughout the counter attack, they will do perfectly fine. I wouldn't mind a counter attack here from Union. I mean, it's probably going to take the Union about 4 or 5 minutes or so to get CSA down about a fourth of a stage, and that's not a pace you really want.
Friendlies down there, Nacho. That's friendlies.
Sure.
That's 5th New Hampshire, yes. That's 5th New Hampshire.
So Union's looking to cap here. PA, I see a couple of them. 12th VA pushing up as well. JD's starting to run around this backside, and they're pushing with CQB and some MSG. Get the 5th New Hampshire guys here.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Jam. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna suck you.
MSG, take this fence and finish fire to the north and northwest. Down my line.
One post each, no punch up.
Aim dick high. Dick high at him. Dick high.
Shoot their balls off.
Oh, what the fuck?
They don't got none.
So you got some Union charging in. They do cap. Counterattack is 20 minutes when the defenders are in battle ready, when the attackers early cap. It's 12 minutes if the CSA were to be engaged, and 7 minutes in taking loss if they're in breaking. Union can cap and win, same as last stand. But for now, Union caps, and I mean the biggest reason to cap is to draw the defenders out of a strong defensive position and have them engage in more of an open field, which will bring everyone's tickets down. So I like that Union's capping, and I like that they're holding, trying to force CSA out. I mean, they backed off a little bit, which is reasonable, right? Not a whole lot of defensive areas that you can have here. These guys are real crammed up here on the street.
Nice.
Another thing to note is that if the CSA retakes the point here and they're down tickets, they'll go up to the percentage of tickets that the attacking side is at. So let's say the counterattack ended right now, right? Union's up slightly on tickets, so CSA would regain a couple of tickets. Now, generally as a defender, if you're down tickets, you want to try to retake the point as quickly as possible, especially with the round that we're seeing so far. The reason being is that Union's taking a while to get CSA down tickets, and so time is CSA's friend. If you're CSA, you want to retake this point as quickly as possible to keep that black timer moving. And again, maybe force Union to make a mistake, which maybe a mistake is charging into the strong CSA position, who knows. And actually, CSA is capping and they don't even have to leave. I mean, Union completely back off too. Holy crap, this is... Good move here from CSA. I didn't know you could cap from back there, but... this is one of the better drill camp maps, in my opinion. The few times I've watched it, it just, I don't know, something about it just feels right.
Get him bigger.
Meanwhile,
Bigger
Doug
boss, man. Kill
doing
him.
a little scouting here for his guys. And I mean, Union, at least just watching this, right? Union knows they have a good amount of guys over here, right? And all these guys know that they're capping. If CSA is out capping them, the Union has to realize that there are more CSA behind there than the Union that are here. Why does that matter? Well, it's because CSA is really weak on this side, and Union could slam it if they want. They're starting to push up, get a little pressure on, but if they kind of realized how weak CSA was, they could get an advantage and charge in. Regardless, though, really good counterattack here from CSA. They didn't take a whole lot of casualties, but more importantly, they didn't kill a whole lot of the Union.
That's alright.
Which means CSA is going to... Never mind, they took it back. Union's... Yeah, 12th VA is going in. I really like this as well. Explain in a second. Doesn't matter if they win or lose. Oh my goodness. CSA starting to take the point back.
Push him into the river.
Push left, Tennessee, left, northeast, northeast.
So CSA retakes, and I mean, Union lost a lot of tickets here, but that was very good. And the reason is, right, we saw that CSA was going to regain a bunch of tickets once they retook the point. And if you're Union, you're right. You're like, we don't want CSA to gain a bunch of tickets, so we'll just charge in and we'll lose a bunch. We could either win and retake the point, or if we lose a bunch of tickets and CSA can't regain as many. I mean, it's a win-win scenario for Union there. So really good move from 12th VA and 10th Tennessee there. Meanwhile, you got Iron Brigade pushing kind of into the woods here by themselves. Which, again, not a lot of CSA over here on this flank. Union's starting to push a little more into the wood line. Both sides about to drop to engage here shortly.
Potassium. Go potassium. Potassium, move.
And it looks like they're going to go in. 8th Ohio here on banners. And both sides drop at the exact same time. My goodness.
Watch your fire. 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 There's still a couple here.
I am a fellow Yankee. I am a fellow Yankee. Ignore me. I am a Yankee. Ignore me.
Now you got 10th US pushing up, which it looks like they're going to clean that out. CSA might get the flag out there, but nice little charges from Union. You want to get the defender down to engage by the 30-minute mark, so I mean, Union's keeping on pace with that. I mean, Union seems to be winning the shootout. Maybe the pace is a little slower than what you would want, but Union early capping seems to work.
Oh, where is the bar?
So,
I think it's east.
I think it is, dude.
East? I believe it's east.
Northeast, east.
Alright. Yeah, I don't even wash it. Second.
I didn't wash my hands all night.
so looks like CSA reinforcements have moved over. JD sent their guys over. They probably saw the down flag and someone was alerted, and 10th US backing out of there pretty quickly, outnumbered.
Left and right of the dock. Left and right of the dock. Over here. Over here.
Sergeant Major.
And CSA actually pushing out a little bit. I don't necessarily mind this. So, I mean, if you get a Union flag down, that could be huge. I mean, Union main spawns all the way back here. It's kind of far away from the main battlefield, but if JD got that flag down, they could push up, play aggressive, and prevent Union from spawning on the field, which can kind of cause chaos. Meanwhile, near the point, 12th VA, PA is kind of doing a little circle around here. Getting close on 2 core here. And CSA, for the most part, is backing off away from the point, going to their right side. Which I don't know if they're going that way because Union's here. I doubt that. Mostly because Union was here earlier and CSA didn't back off. Maybe it's because they were like, we're losing our right flank. We need to secure it. But, I mean, they are losing tickets to the shootout, so maybe they're just trying to total a little more. I mean, who knows what CSA's doing, but they obviously got a reason for it. Jam, don't go this way.
I don't see any yank. I don't see any yank. There's no yanks here.
Look at this.
There's no yanks here. There's no yanks here. Yeah, eat that, you fucking bellend, you twats. There they are, there they are. Get off our power,
Oh. I think that was a team kill. That was a team kill. CSA, hey, they grouped up and they're pushing out together. Really love to see that. So they're going to at least prevent the cap for the moment. And they sweep through that Union line pretty dang effectively. It looks like they maybe got a Union flag as well on this side, so good on them. But anyways, but I mean, CSA slightly down on tickets. I mean, they're not doing. I mean, CSA is playing pretty dang good, all things considered. Union's playing pretty well too. Not a whole lot of mistakes on either side, as I see it. But again, CSA is just slightly down on tickets. They have to outplay Union more. Also, that's they have to defeat Union in detail or something. Generally, as a defender, you want to be a third, do a half a morale stage, lead by the end of the match. Because once the attackers hit final push, sure, they might have a limited time, but they have infinite tickets, so the attackers are just going to hit you over and over and over and over again. And if both sides hit their final stage at the same time, right, CSA hits last and they can't respawn, Union just infinitely spawning in guys on a limited time, Union would eventually break through CSA. So, defenders need some ticket room, which they don't have right now. So, I mean, they've been playing well, but maybe CSA needs some more tickets, who knows, but Union's playing this pretty well so far. But you got a little shootout happening on our CSA right side. But it's like, I mean, CSA's just did a good charge a moment ago. It didn't really change the tickets a whole lot. The shootouts are going in Union's favor, so, I mean, Union's got to make a mistake for CSA to have a chance, as of now. Because, I mean, both sides playing pretty well. So Union really mounting up on this left side. 12th VA's over here, and they're going to lead this charge with 10th US following behind. in the brilliant view of the bush here as the charge begins. We got the good old FSU war chant going on. One of the better college football chants, I would say. Union, though, has... ooh, it's a little close. Did they hold, though? They have 3 guys they held. My goodness, they did it. So, they're going to lose that position. Union pushing up in the center. That Union flag is still down, it looks like. Looks like someone tried to pick it up because it was down there earlier. So, if it's got a 5-minute despawn timer, right? If someone, though, picks it up and they die, that 5-minute timer restarts, which it can be painful for that Union company. I saw a pub match once where that exact thing happened, where the attacking side charged at the defenders. The defenders were holding far behind the point of contention, and the attacking side won. Defender side eventually recovered and pushed the attackers out of that position that the attackers were then holding in, wiped the flags, pushed past the point to set up a defensive position. And at this point, right, you have the attackers main spawn, you have defenders holding, behind the defenders is the point, and then behind the point you have the attackers' flags. And you had these Rambos run out and try to get the attackers' flags picked up and run back, but every time they picked it up, they would just die right away because they ran right to the defending team's lines. And so for half the match, the attackers didn't have the flags. Now the attackers still won, and that was South Woodlot. I've seen that map. I swear I've seen that map once. I wonder why no one's picked that map. You know, I thought even though the drill camp maps aren't like anything huge per se, the cool part about the drill camps... Oh my goodness, I've only covered South Woodlot once. Wow. The cool part about the drill camp maps is that they're not of a specific battlefield. And it could be really cool for campaigns, like having battlefields in between major cities and stuff like that, fighting over the drill camp maps. But outside of like Stephen's Lot and like, what was there, a railroad cut, I think? I don't know. Outside of a couple, we really don't see a whole lot. Don't see this map. Don't see... I've watched South Woodlot once since it's come out. And again, these... man, every time I start talking about this game, it just leads to me critiquing. But I guess when you're in something long enough, you know, that's just kind of how it goes. So, Union's starting to put a little pressure. It's 8th Ohio and 10th US that are here for now. The rest of the Union are kind of back off on this side, respawning and moving forward or coming from Maine. So, I mean, CSA did hit taking losses first, but... And now Union follows, but again, CSA still is down on tickets by a little bit. For those of you who are watching who are new to War of Rights or new to any of this, it's a great game. I mean, you know, I wouldn't be doing this channel or playing it for 3 years. I wouldn't be playing the game for 5 years if I didn't enjoy it in a sense. It's a one-of-a-kind game. It's so cool. There's just, I think, a lot of potential missed. And that is why I critique things. If I hated the game, I wouldn't be doing this. At least I think, anyways. But 12th 3As, PAs kind of pushed up, taking the 10th US, 8th Ohio place. And I mean, again, yeah.
Give us a count when we've got at least 2 on flag. Loads and bayonets, loads and bayonets. If you got a shot, take it. Loads and bayonets, loads and bayonets. If you got a shot, take it.
Oh, catch
Still a
regulars.
friendly company in the woods.
I know. We had to bail because we were fucked in our current position.
No, I know we were. I was just mentioning. I didn't know if you knew there was another friendly company still there.
All right, we pulled back to the fence line.
So, Union continuing to spread out. CSA trying to get a little flank. Snaking around here. 5th NC. Doug at the helm. And they might go in here. I don't mind it.
You dare? You dare?
Hold the line.
So Union holds. They did reinforcements roll up at a very good time as well. 10th US. I don't mind the charge. Unfortunately, it was just on their own, and that's my issue with it. Again, CSA has to change something up, so not a bad idea, but Union's starting to get a little aggressive here. You got 8th Ohio to the right side here with some Iron Brigade guys. 10th US pushing up to the left here. 8th Ohio, so they're actually going in.
Shoot and fall back, shoot and fall back.
And they're having a groove here by the lake here, CSA is. Someone's got a voice.
Down that line, boys, down that line. I got a couple more Rambos.
So, I mean, again, it's similar to what we saw with 5th NC, 8th Ohio going in on their own. It's like, not a bad idea, but you do it on your own. Similarly to this, I don't know why 10th US went after 8th Ohio. So CSA is going to kind of pick apart the Union here. Ticket's going to kind of even back out again, but Union's still ahead. I mean, that's the thing, right? You could argue who's right or wrong between 8th Ohio and 10th US there, but they didn't go in together, and that makes them both wrong in my book. But, I mean, they're winning, so you can't complain a whole lot. I really, after just watching this map so far, like, both sides aren't really playing that bad. Both sides are playing considerably good, I would say, outside of maybe a mistake or so, but, you know, that's just going to happen. But it seems like regardless of what happens, CSA is just down on tickets. It's like CSA needs some more tickets on this map. Or the inverse where Union has less tickets. Maybe you could do a mix of both, right? So CSA are really starting to fall back here. Maybe they're trying to turtle so they can regain tickets. I don't know. Which, I wonder, Now, here's a thought. Now, nothing's been working for CSA, right? CSA, at this point, they might be trying to force Union to early cap. If Union early caps, Union is considered the defending team, CSA the attacking team at that point. Which means CSA can hit final push, but more importantly, Union can hit last stand. If the Union hits last stand and CSA retakes the point, they will win the game. However, they'll have 7 minutes to do it. Now, this is the only reason why I would think they'd fall back like this. Because the ticket gap between both sides, it's not that far. So I don't know why CSA would let the Union early cap and then try to charge back in just to regain a couple of tickets. Because if they let Union early cap, they have to charge in to take it. They'll lose a bunch of tickets. So you're going to lose way more than you need to, per se. So the only reason I can think of for CSA turtling is to try to force Union early cap and then push them into last stand. Now, Union, based on what I'm seeing in their chat, they're saying don't cap, which is a good idea for Union. You've got 18 minutes. You need to knock CSA down a third of a stage into breaking. But the issue is that the longer you try to bring CSA down to breaking and the closer and closer you get them, if time starts becoming an issue in Union early caps, you don't want both sides to barely be in taking losses still and then early cap. Because if that happens, CSA has a really good shot of hitting you in the last stand. So you either got a cap point now or try to shoot this out for 17.5 minutes. Either or. But I like the move from CSA. The thing is, though, right, if Union early caps here, they can fight the CSA for a little bit, and then Union could fall all the way back to their main spawn and then do a turtle of their own. Because that, similarly, right, in the same way CSA turtling as the defender is forcing Union, the attacker, to cap, in a counterattack, if Union, the now defending team, turtles, it would force the now attacking team CSA to capture the point to take it back, right? It can go both ways, but obviously you don't see it. You don't see it towards Union's way, anyways. So if I were Union, I would just cap now bring everyone's tickets down to about breaking, and then I would back off. Unless it's like, unless you have like 3/4 of a stage with like 2 minutes on the gold timer, Union should just cap, bring everyone's tickets down to breaking, and then fall back to your main spawn. Force CSA to retake, and at that point you're fighting a breaking game. If you cap it, you win. And nearly everything that's happened this game, Union's been able to keep or gain a ticket lead outside of a few independent charges from Union groups going in. So that's what I would do if I were Union. There's no shot they can get back here, but we don't know. Anyways, Union capped the point, 7-minute gold timer. At this point, CSA has to be overly aggressive to try to hit Union down. They have to hit them down a morale stage and a half in 7 minutes. That is not easy to do. We'll see how it goes, though. Here goes CSA, though. Here goes CSA. I assume they got Buck and Ball. Good song there. Always some Civil War bangers. You like to see that there. So CSA kind of sweeps through the first line here. It seems like there's some argument in the Union chat about an early cap per se. Again, I don't mind it. Union can still play this smart and not have to worry about hitting last stand. They just got to pull back at an appropriate time. However, losing flags is not a good start for Union here. Again, Union, just fight everyone. Fight them down both sides of breaking and back off. You don't need to outright hold this for 5.5 minutes. You don't lose if you lose the point at this point. You'll see that happen where you'll get a taking losses cap by the attackers and they'll try to hold it till the time hits 0 and they hit last stand and they lose. It's a sad thing to see sometimes.
Someone just drop a nuke over there.
I can get it though, right? You're so close to victory, you just want to grab it right now. Can't get greedy though. You gotta play the long term. So, CSA group up in their original positions. It looks like they're just trying to retake, so they're not trying to push Union into last stand yet, which is honestly a little surprising.
Yeah, they're trying to fire a buck and ball at us. Yeah, that he just got
You can hear CS or the Union chatter saying to pull off breaking. Natty, I like it a lot. Great idea there.
Yes, we're trying to let them retake it so it's breaking. Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Union group charge in if CSA is about to cap, just so that Union goes down into breaking. Someone just replied to Natty saying the lion doesn't wipe. Those memes that show up on my Instagram reels are crazy. Especially the car driving ones. Yep, beautiful move here from 12th VA in 10th Tennessee. Imagine if Union put an arty shot right where CSA is. That'd be beautiful. So, CSA hold that. Union about in breaking. A couple more stragglers here and there, but I mean, both sides are going to be essentially in breaking once CSA regains some tickets here. So this was, you know, really good counterattack from the Union side. A little confused by CSA play there. I don't know what they're trying to get at. Maybe they thought Union was going to late longer and they were going to kill more time. I mean, that is the point of turtling is, I don't know. If you turtle, you kill the black timer at least before the attacker's cap. But anyways, tickets are even. CSA's counter pushing. At this point, once they hit breaking, they have. If Union caps point, they win. So maybe CSA trying to make the tickets perfectly even and then try to countercharge, defeat the Union in detail. I mean, a lot of Union charged in there and died. So CSA could have a chance to defeat Union in detail, maybe get some flags down, potentially take a ticket lead. Of course, we'll see what happens here. You got CSA going in the barn on this side. You got some fighting over here as well. Albeit not a lot. CSA kind of a lot sitting back there, just shooting it out. Union falling back, again preserving those flags. Good idea from them. Union reinforcements rolling up that side as well. Looks like maybe we'll see a charge over here. but it looks like it's going to kind of stall out here. So, I mean, you can kind of see what the defenders are painting, but
Hot barrels, rapid fire.
it's not finishing.
You're not gonna get this pistol shot. You're not gonna.
I mean, CSA is already almost down a fourth of morale stage into breaking. And Union has got all 4 flags back. So this is a mess. Here comes CSA now.
No, you think you can run, buddy? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, bud. He's trying for it. He's
Again, at this point, Union's got to get the flag. You just got to keep the flags alive. Now, even if the Union loses the flags, they have plenty of time. That's the nice part about being aggressive and early capping, is you can afford to waste time. But, I mean, great flag discipline here from 12th VA guys and PA as well.
Somebody get these Rambos on the flag. Rambos on the flags. Pay attention. Turn
So,
them around.
I mean, that ticket gap is still slightly favoring Union side here. CSA, they've got to do something crazy here soon. I mean, Union's playing well. They're also starting to advance up towards the wood line. At least some of their guys are. CSA's really just bombing in on the point. Again, it's really risky, but you sitting here slowly dying is just as bad. If the CSA side, they've got everyone. I mean, everyone's blobbed up on the point. If they just push out, I mean, I don't know if they realize Union being spread out like this, but they could punch him and try to defeat him in detail. I know they tried here a second ago, but they didn't fully push. They didn't push with everybody, anyways. So it's now 4th on morale stage difference. It's, I mean, even if CSA now charges at this point, I mean, if they lose a 4th on morale stage, they hit last stand, and it's Jover.
Go back to the pond in the woods.
So, CSA going to try to fall back into their strong defensive positions by the pond. It's a nice spot to be in. And it is still capping, apparently, which I would really appreciate as defenders. But Union might just try to outright out-cap them. I mean, we'll see. Or they might just charge in. Really, Union can... I think Union could afford charging right in there. But, again, right, CSA is going to hit last stand, can't respawn. Union and final push. It'll drop that black timer, so maybe Union will just play it safe, shoot it down. You got 12 minutes. You can sit and shoot this out for a while and then kind of afford that.
Stay low. Let them come to us. Stay low. Let them come to us.
But good on CSA. They can't win a shootout. Even if it's a couple guys going up and over, you kind of can't risk it. So I really like them just sitting back. Just hide, force Union to charge into you, and try to win a charge. If you can get some flags down, maybe hit Union in the final push, maybe tides could turn. But, again, it's going to be risky. Union, if at all possible, should try to cap point from back here while not charging to the CSA, I think. And they're starting to push up now.
Yes, they are. There's an officer there.
Hot barrels.
You barely even
So all Union's moving up. Points starting to go in Union's favor. CSA is going to have to charge out in a second, or they got to blob up more. I don't know if all of them are on point.
Scum to your left. Your left scum. Push the left scum. Left.
That's right, boys.
They're getting destroyed. They're getting lit up. They suck. Terrible. They don't have a chance.
CSA, I mean, CSA hasn't made terrible mistakes. I mean, both sides have played this round, all things considered, pretty well. Been a pretty good round. It's just, it seems like the circumstance of the map has been the reason. So CSA are starting to take it back. They're starting to blob up more. CSA is very, very close to last stand at this point. 12-3A getting a little aggressive here, getting close. I mean, I don't know if they're hitting. They're definitely hitting, at least a couple. And, oh, here comes Union. Having fun here in the little...
Reloading cover.
You can see Union dropping here. They hit last stand, so if CSA die, they don't come back. Union doesn't need to charge in. Sit and shoot this out. You don't need to charge. You don't want to hit final push to put any stress on your team. Like, sure, you're going to get kills here as 8th Ohio, but again, there's no need to charge in. You don't want to hit final push. I mean, it's fine if you do, but you don't want to lose about half of the time that you have remaining. There'd just almost be no reason, so... Yep. Good job by Union, though. They're just sitting back, popping in shots. They're slowly going to whittle them down. CSA's going to have to charge out in a second. Actually not. They're taking it back. And at this point, I think Union's going to get it regardless. I'm intrigued to see what the final push timer is, though. .403. And again, it's maybe not a major thing in the world if Union charges in here on CSA, but it is, you know, if matches are a lot closer, it could change the outcome of a round. Why are you charging your flag in? No need to push that up. Again, like if the match is closer, Union loses that flag, and then CSA might be able to take it. But regardless, that's going to be our second round today. Union's going to get a very good win today on this map. CSA, I mean, I was a little confused by that turtle towards the end of taking losses. It looks like, I think, now thinking back on it, I think CSA was trying to force the Union onto the point to a more exposed position, early cap it, countercharge, and then maybe try to wipe them, get some flags in the process, maybe get a ticket lead. Maybe that's what they were thinking with that. But that just didn't work. Union just kind of backed off pretty quickly after breaking. So maybe that was it, but I don't know. Regardless, though, I mean, CSA played pretty well. Union played pretty well. It's just, I guess, the situation with the map. So, good 2 rounds. I'm finally free of Schoolhouse Ridge, at least for the EU event tomorrow. Who knows what's going to happen in the Sunday night fight event that I watch tomorrow. Anyways, with that all being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord and our Clips channel. If you like the daily shorts, we have another channel for that called Battle Line Clips. Multiple reasons we moved it there, but I could maybe explain that in a later point. But I appreciate you all. I could not do this without you, and we'll see you all in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.